All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and whatever time you're watching this webinar. I'm Matt Alina, and welcome to Life Insurance Awareness Month. It's September. This is actually week two. My colleague Jason Collins did a great job last week of showing how to do wealth transfer using life insurance. And this week, we're going to be talking about how life insurance empowers families through protection. So life insurance, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. And again, welcome in one and all to today's training. If you've been in the life insurance industry for any period of time, you've seen what life insurance does when families have life insurance, and you see what it does not do when families don't have life insurance. And really, the idea behind today's presentation is really just to show you what life insurance does and how to have some conversations with people protecting their families and protecting the people that they love, empowering them through life insurance and helping them live their best life. So here's what we're going to be covering today during Life Insurance Awareness Month. We're going to be talking about the emotional and financial impact of life insurance with and without. We're also going to be talking about the best practices for presenting life insurance, and we will also talk about how to protect families within minutes. We don't have to fill out those 20 and 30-page applications anymore, folks. We can do everything in about a matter of 10 minutes, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So we're going to be talking about that. And of course, we're going to be taking your questions at the end of today's presentation. So let's talk about life insurance. What does it do? Let's talk about the emotional security of it. When we're talking about families, we're not talking about business insurance. We're not talking about other things. We're talking about what life insurance does, which is protecting families, protecting a family's current lifestyle. With the emotional security, it's providing that safety net, which is going to reduce the stress during an emotional hardship. When I first got into this business, I was talking to an agent, and he said, I said, how do you explain life insurance? He goes, do you want to cry once or do you want to cry twice? And I'm like, what does that mean? Well, you're going to cry once over the loss of your loved one, cry twice because now there's no money. Um, so there's kind of an emotion there. I don't recommend using that as a selling tool. Very blunt, really not a very sympathetic, empathetic way to sell. But it provides a safety net. It's also going to provide some emotional resilience support. What does that mean? It's providing comfort. It's going to reduce the anxiety. It's helping families maintaining their current lifestyle, their stability. They can still keep a roof over their head. They can still keep the lights on. They still have running water, and they still have food in the refrigerator. That's what life insurance does when a breadwinner dies, when a loved one passes away. There's little kids running around. They lose a mother or they lose a father. So it provides that support system and that mental support system, and the fact that, God forbid, your loved one goes out and goes out running errands or whatever, and they get killed in a car accident. So cliche in this business, don't you think? But it's true. So we don't know when we're going to take our last breath. Our clients don't know when they're going to take their last breath. The life insurance policy provides that peace of mind, and it provides the reassurances. It's covering those essential needs, the living expenses. So the family doesn't have to sell the house and downsize because they lost a wage earner. They don't have to cut back on their expenses. They can still keep that steady eddy, maintain that current lifestyle. Now, let's talk about the financial security that life insurance brings to families. Again, these are all things that we're talking about today. These are all things that you can bring up in your conversations with people. Sometimes when people ask us, what do we do for a living? We take for granted what life insurance does, or we're kind of ashamed that we sell insurance. But man, I think we've been in this business for such a long time that we really kind of lose the sight and the power that life insurance does and what we're enabling people to do. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about a poem or a saying that I came across not too long ago. But getting back to it, financial security. That's what life insurance does as well. So it's providing that financial buffer for expenses, whether it's paying for funeral expenses or it's covering things like the mortgage, utilities, child care, a child's education. It could even provide debt protection to pay off debts. Um, so if they have car payments, they have a mortgage, they have other loans out there, and somebody passes away, they're not getting foreclosed on. That policy will help pay off that creditor free and clear. Death benefits are paid out, avoiding probate, avoiding taxes. Some pretty cool things there. And it's also providing a foundation for long term planning, meaning that it's providing families quality of life now, and it's also supporting their future financial goals. What do I mean by that? You're working with a young family. Maybe you're a financial planner. You're helping them with their retirement, and you're saying, okay, based on what you're investing, all this stuff, and you want to retire at the age of 59. Here's the estimate that you're going to have in your retirement nest egg. And then somebody's life is cut short. What are you going to do now? That investment, that there's something that just kind of destroyed your financial planning, your financial advice. Guess what? The life insurance plan can then fit in place and slip right inside and take over where that wage earner passed away. So there's different ways and different things that life insurance does, but the power there is so great. And you really, if you look at a family, if you don't have life insurance, how do you plan on surviving? Life insurance also preserves and helps with legacy planning. It secures a financial legacy, meaning it can help with funding education. So children, grandchildren, that's a legacy right there. Pass away. Now you have a gift from grandma or grandpa for your college education. Here, it's on us. We've taken care of it for you. Even though we can't see you graduate, um, know that there's going to be money there for you, or retirement support for the person that is either surviving or having that helping meet any kind of gaps in their retirement. It can provide that retirement support as well. Life insurance with legacy planning also is great for asset transfers and tax benefits. As I mentioned, Jason Collins here, he talked about how to transfer wealth very easily, very simple. And we can also do it for how use life insurance to minimize taxes, minimize those legal fees, and ensuring that the future generation, the people that are still left behind, can keep moving forward and they have the time to grieve and don't have to worry about the stresses of the finances. Life insurance also does business succession planning, taking the business from one generation to the next, enabling business owners to thrive, the new business owners to thrive after a business owner's passing. Next week's webinar, we're going to be talking about business succession planning with life insurance. And it's also an expression of responsibility. It's basically showing people, showing their family their love, their commitment to their family and their family's future with or without life insurance. Most of us, all of us, love our family. And a commitment to the family, a commitment to the love for the family is getting that life insurance. It's an expression of love. Provides peace of mind. So when somebody passes away, we don't know when we're going to pass away, but it provides assurances against uncertainty. It reduces the stress and provides confidence knowing that the client is protected, that they're protected, and it studies show that it even gives less stress, and they have greater confidence in daily decisions. And when you hear about all the crime that's going on in the world, this and that, some people just want to, you know what, I'm just going to stay inside. I'm not, it's too peoply out there. Have confidence. You go out there, enjoy the world, enjoy what the day brings, and have that confidence that, God forbid, your life is cut short, your family is still taken care of. It provides family unity. If any of you have ever known a family where there was not life insurance and a mother or father has passed away, see how the family is doing as a unit. If there's financial struggles, I guarantee you, brothers and sisters do not talk to each other. They don't get together at the holidays. A life insurance policy, believe it or not, is also super glue for the family, and it over enhances overall well-being. It allows your clients to live a full and meaningful life where they don't have to live in fear, and live on eggshells, thinking that if something happens to me, that uh, my family is going to be in trouble. If I wanted to go parasailing, or I wanted to go skydiving, or one of those things, I always wanted to do that. Not me personally, but just somebody may say, I wanted to do that, but then um, f- they're afraid that should something happen, they're not, their family is going to be in financial trouble. Life insurance policy allows people to take some extra risks if they want. Um, there's all different ways to do that. So, we talked about some of the ways that life insurance empowers, how it protects families, whether it's emotional planning, reducing the emotional stress, reducing that financial stress, leaving a legacy. Let's talk about how life insurance, the best practices for presenting life insurance. First and foremost, you need to understand your client's needs. You have to understand your client's needs, meaning do a needs analysis. Folks, here at URL, we have the resources that you, with needs analysis worksheets, stuff that you could do either on paper, pen and paper, or even online, that will help you identify the client's financial goals, asking the right questions, finding out what the family's priorities are, and their aspirations. Ask open questions when you're talking to somebody. If you're not sure what to ask, talk to one of us here at URL. We'll provide you with different questions that you can ask. But use open-ended questions that encourages the client to share some of their personal stories and some of their personal concerns. When they're talking to you, learn how to pick up and identify key insurance areas. Focus primarily on income replacement, paying off debt, funding a retirement, and education. Most likely in that order. Paying off income replacement, should somebody die while there's a lot of financial responsibilities, young family. Paying off debt, making sure that that debt, the family that you're that of that client would be leaving behind, that they don't have to worry about any debts. That's all taken care of. They just have to worry about the day-to-day expenses, and there you can even leave money for that too. And then using life insurance to fund their retirement, and then their education, and tailor relevant solutions. Here is one of the greatest things that you have, a power that you have that a lot of other people don't have in this industry. You, with your relationship with URL, you have access to numerous companies. You can represent numerous companies. You're not selling one company. You have access to numerous companies, and you can tailor and customize a plan that is going to address your client's pain points. Align the products and the benefits to support the client's objectives. Things that you've uncovered when you were asking those open ended questions, when you were finding out what their financial goals and their family aspirations are. Um, and you'll be able to tailor a solution for that, customizing a solution for that, while at the same time building rapport and providing value. Another key to selling life insurance is that you have to build trust with the people. Be transparent. If you don't know an answer, please ask us. We'll get you the answer. Don't make it up. Be as transparent. Be open about the costs, the benefits, and the exclusions. Here's what you get with the premium, but this product doesn't cover blah, or this doesn't have this specific rider put into there, put into that. And then put yourself in their shoes and then help the client make an informed decision. When you're talking to somebody, you want to grow your credibility. And the more experience, the more credible you do sound. But it doesn't, credibility is not just length of service in the industry. Just by showing that you know this industry and that you've helped other people also builds credibility. When you're talking to somebody, nobody likes to talk about death. Nobody likes talking about the end. When you're talking to somebody about life insurance, for me personally, I like to take it as, it's a part of life, and I sometimes make a joke of it, but not everybody is that way. When you're talking to somebody, be empathetic, meaning listen more, speak less. Listen more and speak less. It's going to foster an understanding, and it's going to give your clients the feeling that they're being valued and that they're being heard. Everybody wants to be heard. When they're done talking, pause, reiterate some of the things that they've said, and then come up with some solutions that are going to address their pain points. And you have to be consistent with your follow through. You have to provide honest answers and timely answers. And your follow through, timely responses, transparency, it's going to build trust. Life insurance, you can get into the minutia of life insurance, but let's just use simple terms. Don't use the complex terms. Use plain language that a third grader is going to understand. Pay this premium. This is what you get for your benefit. This is what's left for your beneficiary. Other riders. You don't have to go into the terminology of what these things are, and every company uses a different acronym for the same rider. Just use plain language. Be the average Joe. You don't have to sound like you have a PhD in life insurance. It quite honestly turns people off. Use visual aids. I have conversations with agents all the time. We have so many visual aids on our website that you can download free that you can use, from needs analysis to business planning to a bunch of different things there for those people who are visual learners, visual people. You're going to have some auditory people there. Um, you can kind of pick up some of the clues there and how they listen, and everything. But there are going to be people that are going to be visual learners. They want to see what it is that you're saying. Break down the documents. Your life insurance brochures, applications. It's like they're buying a home for a $250,000 20-year term policy for $20 a month. Does it really need to be that complicated? Break down the documents. A lot of them are going to be disclosures and things like that. And just, you can kind of summarize what these documents are. Unless you're talking to an engineer, engineers like to read everything line by line, attorneys too. Building client confidence, it comes down to communication, being clear, concise, and just get to the point. Close with confidence. We've all been in sales. ABCs, always be closing, right? When you're closing, you're bringing it back to addressing your client's pain points, the concerns that they brought up, the goals that they have, what they want for their family's financial future should something happen where their family or their life is cut short. When you've made those suggestions and you've customized those plans in the program, summarize the policy benefits. Don't have to go line by line, summarize it. Here's what this benefit does. This is what it means for you and how it addresses your concern. Provide clear next steps. That is something that I work on, even working with brokers. Is okay, the client wants to go with this company, this product. Okay, now here's the next steps. Licensing. Get the contracting in if you're not already contracted. Here's the application. This is all you need to do. Fill out the application, online application, click submit. Case management here is going to take it from there. They're going to keep you in the loop and get this policy application from submission to commission as quickly as possible. But if you're being clear, you're being concise with everybody, you're also going to have the ability to build long-term relationships. It's going to foster trust. It's going to lock in a sale, and it's going to be an ongoing connection. So you'll have the ability to um, talk to them about other products and services. So maybe you help them with their life insurance today, but maybe down the road, you're helping them with their disability coverage or their Medicare down the road or their children or their grandchildren, and you're helping generations. That is a compliment if you have that ability to do that, building those long-term relationships. Now, I promised that I would talk about how to protect families within minutes, not having to fill out a 20 or 30-page application with all of these disclosures and having to give blood samples and medical records and everything else. How about 10 minutes? Do your clients have 10 minutes? I think they do. So the old way, I've been in this business for 25 years. And when I got into this business, agents were completing full applications. A tele application just was introduced when I got into the industry 25 years ago. But more people, there was a lot of pushback at the beginning because I don't know how this works and I want control. But it's kind of morphing into now where agents can complete an electronic application or a drop ticket. So the old way, agents completed a full application and it was getting longer and longer by the day. Also, the agent had to complete the disclosures. The agent had to, or they relied on the BGA, like a URL, to schedule the medical exam. Sometimes the BGA, sometimes the carrier would have to order those APSs. And the average underwriting time for a relatively healthy individual, about 4 to 6 weeks. That's the old way. The new way, an agent completes the application online. The carrier accesses an information databases, MIB, prescription drug records, electronic health records. If everything comes back pretty clean, you might get an approval in 10 minutes. There's carriers out there that provide approvals in 10 minutes. If some things are questionable, the carrier may order an exam, but they'll work directly with your client. If that's needed, they may have to order medical records. They'll work with a medical practitioner for that. The reduction in the underwriting time is insane with most of these companies. With the electronic application, with most applications coming in good order, the underwriting processing time is under 14 days. So let's talk about that instant decision, that 10-minute application. There are companies out there and more to come. Just found out another one that just is going to be releasing a brand new instant decision term plan here in the next couple of weeks. Perfect timing for September and Life Insurance Awareness Month. So we have Ameritas. They have an instant term plan. You're going to talk to your client. Everything's done electronically. Signature as well. The client can sign it with their cell phone. They can sign it via email. The client can get a 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-year term. No exams, no medical records, up to $2 million in 10 minutes, start to finish. approvals in 10 minutes. Banner Life, they have a program called Quotes to Apply, where you can get your clients coverage, same day approvals, coverage in minutes. Foresters just a few weeks ago rolled out a brand new participating whole life where your clients can get up to $2 million of participating whole life death benefit coverage with a fraternal company in a matter of 10 minutes. They also have a term plan that will do that as well. We're bringing on Symetra here very soon, where clients can get an instant decision term plan for up to $3 million. And another company that just is going to be rolling out, and we're going to have some more information here very, very soon. In fact, it really hasn't made the official airwaves, but I'm just going to say um, the company is Nationwide. So there's some really great products, and the long drawn out application processes that we have known and have really kind of learned to dislike. Now we have some new ones that we can learn to love. So, what are the key takeaways? If we were to consolidate everything we talked about here in the last 20, 25 minutes, first and foremost, don't underestimate the power of protection. Many of us here in the industry, we've been doing this for such a long time that life insurance kind of sounds mundane, but there's power to what we're doing. In fact, let me explain. I came across this um, little business card. It says, I sell life insurance. And it says, I sell life insurance. Other salespeople are limited. They sell just furniture, appliances, cars, or shoes. I sell these things too. And I sell many things more. I sell meat, bread, and milk for the table of a family deprived of a father or mother. I sell canceled mortgages so that mother or father and the children can live comfortably. I sell college educations to give youngsters better opportunities in life. I sell the little extras like ice cream, rollerblades, movie tickets, and a dress for the prom. I make life worth living. I sell time with grandchildren, golf clubs, fishing tackle, exciting trips, retirement income, and self respect for the later years. I sell all the necessities and good things of life because life insurance is for the living. Yes, I sell life insurance, and pardon me if my pride is showing. Author unknown. Life insurance empowers families. So don't underestimate what you do. Don't underestimate the power of the protection. Have those conversations and have it with pride, have it with confidence. Be an active listener. Find out what people's concerns are. Customize and tailor solutions that fit your client's individual needs. Myself and the team here at URL will help you customize and tailor solutions. Understand that technology and the advancements in technology is your friend. It's not working against you. It's trying to help you work smarter, not harder. And lean on and contact URL for your support. We're here to help you. We're here to make you look good. That's what we get paid to do. So I hope that you all got something out of today's presentation. I hope that it kind of gave you some confidence and gave you some encouragement to go out there and have conversations with people and be proud of what you do. If you do have any questions, please feel free to type those questions and I'll be happy to answer your questions now. But a lot of times you have questions at the end or you want some additional support, some illustrations, or you want some brochures, things of that nature, and where to find tools, please feel free to give me a call. You can call me at 717-216-8041. My email address is matta, that's MATTA, at urlinsgroup.com. So thank you. I appreciate the compliments there. Um, and don't be a stranger. Have those conversations and keep keep me in the loop. Keep URL in the loop. We're here to help you, support you every step of the way. So thanks again, everybody, for your time. Enjoy the rest of the month of September. Next week, the owner and president of URL, Steve Clemens, is going to be doing a webinar on business succession planning. You don't want to miss it. URL would not be where we are today if we didn't have business succession plans already in place. So take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.